I just want to call and express again my support for a DEIA commission.
I am in full support of the DEIA commission.
After a year of asking for change, of asking for action from the city council, it's very, very difficult to continue coming back and continue asking.
I'm just here again to address the DEIA Commission. I am for that as opposed to the advisory.
I am supporting the implementation of a DEIA commission.
I'm speaking just as well with the DEIA commission.
And I really hope that we're being listened to.
I am fully in support of a DEIA commission.
A DEIA commission is one of the best tools that we have.
I encourage and back the implementation of a DEIA commission.
Voice my support for a DEIA commission rather than a advisory panel.
I'm a small business owner here in Lake Stephen.
Once again, I'm here to say my support of the DEIA commission. We've been asking for one.
Also supporting the DEIA commission.
I'm also here to support the DEIA commission versus the advisory panel.
After doing all the research I have within the past year, I really think the City Commission for Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Access is the way to go.
I know my voice is probably a bit tiring to you, but the words that I say now are no less important than when they were previous times I've spoken with you in favor of a DEIA commission.
Tonight in favor of a Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Access Commission.
And it's very difficult to keep being told that we do not know what we want or need for ourselves.
I am in support of a DEIA commission.
I'm in favor of the DEIAC, and having an advisory council is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Let transparency of the system build the trust.
I would just strongly urge the community here to really open up to the idea of a DEIA commission rather than just an appointed advisory board or something.
We could not have laid this out any more clearly for you. We could not have done any more hard work than we've done. I want a city council that wants those voices to lead the work. And if you can't make that happen at this point, beyond everything that we have laid at your feet, I think the question now is why?
People that are willing to donate their time, people that are willing to share their ideas and speak up for members of their community. There's no downside to getting this up and running, especially when you have so much passion and ideas and just awesome people willing to step in and help you do this. Waiting a year is mind-boggling to me when you've got so much support.
Honestly, I need to be putting my kids to bed right now, but I believed it was important enough to take the time to put in my comment in support of the DEIA commission.
I am also voting in support or vouch my support for the DEIA commission.
I am also calling in to show my support for DEIA commission.
Our group has followed through with everything that you have asked for, beyond even, and yet we are still met with a questioning eye. At what point are you going to put BIPOC voices, LGBTQ plus voices, people from the disabled community's voices at the top to listen to?
We've come down to, do we create a diversity advisory board or do we create a diversity commission?
How would a commission improve access to a library or parks?
The role of a commission in this way could do is sort of enlighten us in ways that we aren't enlightened. So help bring us a perspective of access for non-English speakers, for example, or someone with a mobility disability.
I mean, there is the American Disabilities Act. I don't understand. Maybe I'm ignorant.
Stop it. Get some help.
I want to know if there are still people in our community, not only that have barriers to access, but ideas from a group of experts, an expert commission that could help us mitigate those issues for our community.
I'm still scratching my head as to how a commission could facilitate that versus. I get for access. I plead ignorance. I don't know how a commission, seems to me it would be more of a commission of folks of physical challenges or language challenges rather than falling under a BIPOC commission.
Well, I think that's why it's not a BIPOC commission. It's a diversity, equity, inclusion, and access commission. So it's not just around, discussing ideas and representing persons of color. It's also talking about, representation for folks who due to multiple factors and multiple barriers don't have current representation.
So this committee wouldn't be, as it's advertised, brown, indigenous, people of color sounds a rather exclusive commission in my interpretation. Brown, indigenous, people of color sounds a rather exclusive.
The BIPOC group is bringing this forward because they've done the work in our community to define what a DEI&A commission looks like, and to have a group and a commission of experts just to help us look at some of the decisions we make from a different lens. I don't see how that doesn't benefit us.
Some of the comments that are made, honestly, are head scratchers for me. This idea that we have supposedly a 25% of our community is made up of folks that are associated or members of the BIPOC, and then we argue that the community isn't welcoming. I just don't get that.
We chose Lake Stevens because we were told that Lake Stevens would be a welcoming community. First week we moved in, I was at a store, and just outside the store, we ran into two white supremacists with Nazi symbols on their bodies. And I can't tell you how scary that was.
I would like to have somebody standing up for us. Honestly, I'm afraid to show my name and face on here for fear of retaliation, because I have friends that have been retaliated against by using their voice right here in Lake Stevens.
We're under the assumption that because we don't have a commission, the implication is that we're not a welcoming community. I think Lake Stevens is a fantastic welcoming community. Otherwise, these folks wouldn't have moved here. So I'm really struggling with that one. And like you say, we've got 25% of our community is, associated with that group, I'm having a real tough time trying to understand that concept.
I think if that many people say they don't feel welcome here, then I think you need to listen to that and say, oh, okay, maybe my experience is not the same.
I still struggle with the fact that I don't know how a commission elevates things. I don't know what the elevation of a commission, what that status brings to the table.
What? What? And you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, so I keep hearing this reference to experts, community experts, and
when I use the word experts, I am talking about people with lived experience and people with expertise in that area. So not someone with a master's degree, not an education expert, but someone who has lived experience living in poverty, someone who has lived experience working to, with English as a second language.
Because when I see expert, I think of a court expert, someone that's going to go testify in court as an expert witness. Someone who has that level of expertise and knowledge that would pass the scrutiny of a prosecutor and a defense attorney. So Kim and I have interviewed people for Salary Commission, for Planning Commission, for Parks Commission, that would represent true diversity, as far as a nice cross section of what we have in the community. So it would also have some divergent views. It wouldn't just be all people of one persuasion. I'll just say I had a great conversation. I was encouraged by Mayor Naring. The lack of participants and lack of people being a part of that. I'd hate to start something up with a BIPOC group. Or the DEI A Commission. And have it not get as much traction as we need because it's really focused on, a group of people with, it may not be a broad cross section of what our city represents. People may need translators, or, to be able to access and participate. But I think this list here is I wish it were a little more inclusive. It's clear that what the BIPOC group wants a commission. But I think it's certainly presented in a way that makes it look like that's the only way to go forward on that. Maybe having a little more discussion, maybe point by point if need be. Part of my heartburn with the BIPOC community, I know is the whole, the Facebook group is closed. It's pretty exclusive. I'm not sure why I wouldn't be, able to participate in that. I just, having been a commissioner, I can tell you it's a lot of hard, thankless work.
It's the hard knock life.
And I can see why the Veterans Commission experienced a lot of burnout, and a lot of the other commissions have experienced a similar thing. So I just
I moved the Community Advisory Council. I acknowledge all the comments on this discussion that we've been having over the past year. During this time, I've had the opportunity to discuss either a DEIA commission or a mayor's advisory council option or other options that were out there. I've had those discussions with city leaders and businessmen and councils. So
3 hours later.
With those things said, one of the things that I looked at was there was a big deciding factor for me. That's going to be a community advisory council.
What should be your city's plan to deal with existing or potential racial inequities?
Under the mayor's leadership, we have formed an advisory group to help us with some racial inequities and are exploring those things. And those are being addressed.
One of the things that we've done as a city is the Community Advisory Council. I participated in that meeting last month. It was a really outstanding meeting. We've got just an amazing group of folks from a broad cross section. Seek first to understand and then to be understood. If people listen to each other, they'll find that we have more in common than we have not.
The only way we can move forward is if we listen to each other.
So I'm not sure how that theme has gotten out there, that this would not be a transparent organization.